All right, guys, the first thing that we're going to do today is we are going to go over the test that some of you did really well on. Some of you guys did not so well on, like maybe you got 1 out of 10 right. So anyway, it was not a difficult test, in my opinion. So I think there may be a studying problem, and we need to go back over it to make sure that everybody understands that they are responsible for their grades while I'm out. So here we go. Okay, so first of all, let's go ahead and go to the next slide. So right here, the first question is, which layer of the Earth is composed mainly of solid, nickel, and iron? So that's all metal. Is it A, the crust, B, the mantle, C, the outer core, or D, the inner core? Number 1, you should have gotten D, the inner core, because it is solid nickel and iron. Okay, so you just either kind of know that or you don't. Next question, the crust and the uppermost solid mantle are known as A, the inner core, B, the asthenosphere, C, the outer core, or D, the lithosphere. All right, the answer is D, the lithosphere. So the reason for that is because the lithosphere is made up, if you look at the Earth like this, the lithosphere is made up of the crust, which is this part on the outside, and then the upper part of the mantle, okay? And it's much thinner than that, obviously. So, number 3, the 3 major elements in the crust are A, iron, nickel, and oxygen, B, oxygen, iron, and aluminum, C, oxygen, silicon, and aluminum, or D, iron, silicon, and aluminum. The answer is C. The crust is made up of the least dense part of the Earth. And so what happens is we have the oxygen, silicon, and aluminum are all very sort of lightweight materials. All these others have iron in them, okay? And iron is a very dense metal, okay? So it's not found in large quantities in the crust. Next, a cross-section of Earth is shown below. Which layer is made of mostly liquid metal? Is it A1, B2, C3, or D4? Where is the liquid metal? You should have put C3. Okay, the reason for this is because the outer core, which is this section right here, is liquid. Okay, and it's liquid metal. So the inner core, number 4, is solid, so that's what would be different. Okay, so it can't be 4 because that's solid. It can't be 1 and 2 because those are both solid. So the only layer that's liquid is this number 3 right here. Number 5, which of these best describes the composition of the outer core of the Earth? Okay, the outer core again. Is it A, liquid iron and nickel, B, carbon dioxide and ice, C, quartz and oxygen, or D, solid iron and nickel? Okay, we're talking about the outer core again. So the answer is A, liquid iron and nickel. It's liquid in the outer core. Okay, that's important. Iron and nickel is metal. Okay. Number 6, the blank is the outermost layer of the Earth. A, core, B, mantle, C, crust, or D, asthenosphere. It's the outermost layer. Think about it like a loaf of bread. What's the outermost layer of a loaf of bread? The crust. Okay? It's the cool outermost layer, the crust. 7, which of Earth's layers contains both solid rock and rock that's partly melted? Okay? Is it A, the crust, B, the mantle, C, the inner core, or D, the outer core? should have gotten the mantle. The mantle is that slushy, partly melted rock, and that is the part, if you look at the earth here, we've got the crust, and then we've got the mantle, and the outer core and the inner core. So here's the mantle here. Okay? And the crust is on the outside. Outer core and the inner core. Okay? So the part that's partly melted, partly solid is the mantle. Number 8, which of Earth's layers is composed of solid metal? Okay, so it's made out of metal, so we know it has to be one of two things. It has to be the core, okay? So if it's made of solid metal, it's one of these, right? Inner or outer core. Which one of those is solid? Okay, the solid one is the inner core. Number 9, the diagram below shows 4 layers of Earth. Each layer is identified by a number. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Which layer of Earth is composed primarily of, keyword, solid iron? Iron is a metal, so we've got solid metal. Asking the same question over and over again here. Which one of those is solid metal? We know that the inner core is made of solid metal, and the inner core is, of course, on the inside of Earth there. So that's going to be layer number 4. Number 10, the diagram below shows a cross-section of Earth. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Which numbered part of the diagram represents the mantle of Earth? You guys should know this. So what is number 1? Number 1 is the crust. Number 2 is the mantle. Number 3 is the outer core. And number 4 is the inner core. Okay, so the answer to this one, the mantle, of course, would be number 2, or B. All right, guys, so that's all I'm going to do for you for this quiz. You are welcome to sign up for the Opportunity Lab, and you can get that done before school. And I will have information for how to do that in just a minute.